imagination. You know, they cheating with another man or somebody, and then they do it with their actions. When you can just leave. What's the point of cheating? Just leave, man.
Top of the morning, Big Boss Sauce. Nature here, Chef Boss. Listen, man, we gotta do better. You know better, you do better. Remember that term? You know fucking better, you do better. We out here in a world where shit, I know better, but who the fuck gonna say something to me? And I'm talking about our women now. I'm looking into the camera. Peace and blessings to the Most High for the opportunity to be here on this day. I hope everybody dealing with something has a better day, better moment, better everything. But we have to address the big ass rhinoceros, the big ass blue sperm whale in the room with the African elephant in the room is the lack of discipline in our women, because society has made it as to where even as a father you can't discipline your daughter if she taking naked pictures in the bathroom, if she showing herself to boys inappropriately. You can't go upside her shit. If she talking sexual, letting boys talk to her a certain type of way, you can't go in her shit. You gotta, hey darling, please could you not? And if she caught doing the same shit again, what can you do? Not much. Once they leave your house, you can't do much. You have no liability over them, well, meaning you're not held liable once someone turns 18, I believe. But they're not ready to be in the world, especially from my landscape viewpoint. A lot of our women, little girls, left the house earlier. They didn't want to hear the rules of what their mama had to say. They didn't want to go through all that shit. So they dipped. They left the fucking house early. When you leave the house early, that means you leave the house early. At this point, you're only wanting to listen to the white man. That's what it feels like our women have transitioned to. They don't want to listen to their mother and father, aunties, uncles, brothers and sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews, family, friends, friends of the family, co-workers. They only want to listen to white man. The white man is whomever is paying and makes the rules in this big ass building. So if they leave your house and go to a big school, college, they'll be on time to class. They'll do the appropriate studying. They'll do all the lesson plans that's necessary for them to obtain the information, to make the grade, to then feel as if they're succeeding. I'm passing. I'm on to my sophomore year, junior year, senior year. I've graduated. I'm going back for my PhD or my master's or my doctorate. That's the only person they'll listen to. Then if they go get a job, white man done already built this big ass building. And he created a company and you work for him. And they'll come to work on time. They'll do everything they're told to do at that job. They'll try to work and exceed expectations when it comes to the work they do and what's going on, because they feel like the more work I do, they'll pay me. But when it comes to their attitude outside of the job and school, it's deplorable. The attitude, the behavior, the mindset, the mouth, the lack of discipline, the lack of consciousness, the lack of morals, the lack of standards, the lack of principles. Everything can change from one moment to the next. What you say you won't do, you'll do it for this nigga. What you claim you'll never do again, you'll do it again for this nigga. And then you'll be right back in another nigga face acting like he needs to earn your attention for some reason or another. Earning the attention of someone who's done horrific things, who's done bad things to others, to themselves. There's men in jail right now over women because she just don't want them no more, or mad at them, or being spiteful, or whatever the fuck may come up. Shit is a dirty game.
You're at the back. You got a problem? No. Well, so what? I mean, you mind your own business. No, mate. I was enjoying this song with you. There's no problem with you. It's a problem with you. What? It's amazing. I can do what I like. I'm in my own car, right? Yeah. You don't have any. I've not got a problem, mate. It's all right, mate. Don't panic. Don't give me that. Don't panic. Don't panic, darling. I tell you what. Sod off, mate. Because otherwise there will be problems. What? Like what? You want to see what problem there will be, right? Because I.
Come back to Cam now.
We're put.
Are you self-employed or run a small business? Do you want an easy way to create professional invoices? Then
We're pushing this no standard, no nothing. And you can do that, but at the end of the day, men are the consumers and men aren't buying it. Because see, here's the thing. You can be an average, acute looking woman. And years ago you could have got a man, a husband, but now when you are trying to put on someone else's hair, put on some, even if you don't do that, but just the weight is doing a lot, man. I can't say in the black community the weight is doing a lot because I have women who are calling in who don't even realize that it's an issue. I had a woman call in the other day and I said, ma'am, at your height and your weight, I mean, no offense, ma'am, but you're the size of a middle linebacker. And she said, no, I'm not. I'm like, and I went and pulled up Lawrence Taylor, NFL grade. I'm like, and I was like, he's 4 inches taller than you. She was shocked. So, how do we get this back on track?
Oopsies.
Well,
I talked about discipline. You can't go anywhere where you don't see an overweight woman of all races. Well, I wouldn't say all races. I'll say white, Caucasian women, and so-called African American or melanated colored people. Spanish women, some of them don't, it just depends. Spanish, as far as, do we consider Mexicans the same as people from South America? Because South Americans don't consider themselves Mexicans. They don't really like, I don't know, it's a lot with that. But you will mainly see overweight Caucasian and black women. Now, since this motherfucker Lizzo came out, it's been, and I seen a recent picture of her not looking as fat as she normally looks. So that's a good thing, if that was the case. But since she came out, it's been even more proved. There's always been fat women, and there's always been people talking about them and making fun of them and laughing at them, from children to whatever the fuck. It's not healthy to be fat. It's not about perspectives. It's just health-wise. No doctor's gonna tell you it's okay to be this fat based off your height. Most women are not anywhere close to 6 feet. That's not the normal range for you to be upwards 170 to 180 pounds when Floyd Mayweather is 140 pounds. I didn't know that nigga weighed that little. I'm damn near 50 more pounds than this nigga, man. I'm right under 200 pounds, like 191, 192, depending on the day. and I'm looking at our women, and it speaks of lack of discipline. You can say, oh, this and this and that is going on, but it all starts from a lack of discipline. Because if you know better, you do better. There's no need of eating all them honey buns, all them Twinkies, all them Cheetos, all them bowls of noodles, then eat some Popeyes, then eat some goddamn In-N-Out, then pizza, wings. This is one day of eating for this bitch. I ain't even got us to dinner yet, blood. And y'all sitting there ignoring these shopping carts that they gonna shut down food stamps for everybody who trying to live, because these big bitches got a cart full of bullshit, not a meal to be found, snacks on snacks, cookies, pies, cakes, you know what I'm talking about, soda, processed food like a motherfucker, sodium induced ass foods, bro. All the food coloring, all the artificial flavoring, anything that's unrighteous, they got it in their shopping cart. And I'm wondering, damn, can I get a few so I can get some goddamn asparagus and some motherfucking spring mix and some cucumbers and some red and sweet onions. I need some sweet peppers. I need some avocados. I need some limes and I need some lemons. Well, this is just the shit I be getting. I need some oranges. I need some apples. I like them pears from India. You want me to keep going? This is just vegetables that I fuck with. I just named spring mix for my salad, but I need some spinach so I can put that in my salad or my sandwich, or make saute it, or make a spinach dip or something like that. That's just, you know, zucchini, squash, collard greens, purple cabbage, Brussels sprouts. These are the things I eat. I eat them. Big girl don't go nowhere in this section, man. Cart thick, full of bullshit. I could spend with the good food stamps. I mean, if it's cash, I just don't believe in spending cash on food stamps when it's something called food stamps. This is for buying food. My cash is for buying other things, enjoying myself, shit like that. They got something called food stamps. You use the food stamps, but I can spend about $60 in the front of a Kroger or Walmart or whatever, right there in the vegetable section for the week. It may be a little bit more depending on their prices, but you just name the shit out. The big thing of spring mix is almost $6. Thing of spinach, one purple cabbage, $2. Zucchini and squash. Zucchini could be a little bit more expensive than squash, fresh now. That's about shit, $5 for the zucchini, $3-4 for the squash. I need some oranges. I need the Little Jones, the cuties, and the navel joints. The cuties is like 7 or 8. Couple oranges, probably about 4 regular navel oranges, about 88 cents a piece. Shit, 4 more bucks. Then I'm going to the apples. I need some grannies, and I need it's so many different apples. I need some Fijis and some grannies, Smith joints. That's gonna be about $5 for them. My pears. They got plums. Oh, I forgot about plums and nectarines and motherfucking peaches, watermelon. Get out of here. Blueberry. Get out of here, nigga. Blackberry. Get out of here. Strawberry. Come on. I'm fucking with all of that. That shit done got us in the 40s and 50s. Nah, that shit thing of strawberries. Nigga, it's $8 for a big pack of blueberries, nigga. And don't go to Trader Joe's or shit like that. That shit gonna be about $12 off the muscle meat. So I'm saying, as a male who weighs 190 something, I'm still spending the excess of my time in the grocery store on that aisle. I've cut back so much more in my life of eating carbs and bread because I used to eat hot dogs growing up, hamburgers all the fucking time. Nah. It might be the only time I fuck with bread. Cut down on the pasta game. I used to eat a lot of pasta, a lot of spaghetti growing up. A lot of, same old shit. Hamburger helpers, nigga. Remember them hamburger helpers growing up? Pound of ground beef. Nigga, now you do the rest. That's many a night. That's at least 30. Man, that's like 47 nights. Nah, let's go for maybe 57 nights of my life. Hamburger helper came through on the clutch. I do not eat no Hot Pockets, my nigga. Just something else nigga grew up with. Nigga don't eat that shit no more. I stopped eating cereal pretty much. Wake up, have a coffee. That coffee should take us into the 12-hour. A little referrals, coffee. Move around, get some shit accomplished, do some things. Build appetite. But let me hear what he's talking about.
When 4 out of 5 of our sisters are overweight and no one can tell you nothing, I don't know who can get through to them. We have to start having women be honest with each other. Because when you're raised in our culture, mom leaves the house. So they may hear it from me, but until women start actually having, let's just use it, thoughtful, respectful conversations about, hey, we need to probably do this for our own health, for men or whatever. Because men don't care why you do it. We just want it there. Because here's the thing. Men can't turn off and on their provider. If a man falls on hard times, stop producing, we can judge him. And if a man's not masculine, we can judge him. Well, we got to have that standard back up for men and women. And the question is, are people really willing to do it? And I honestly have more faith that they are than they're not.
That's a great point. And I think one of the challenges is with this hookup generation, the problem is a lot of women confuse sexual attention from long-term retention, right?
Yep.
They confuse that because somebody's willing to have sex with you, that doesn't necessarily mean that same person will marry you, and that's a lot of times the case. So, from your personal experience, if you're advising a young woman who wants to be married, what are some of the things that men are looking for in a woman if they're desiring long-term marriage and relationship?
Well, one of the biggest things outside of the weight, fitness. Fitness is just a standard requirement of all men. Like you said, don't confuse short-term access with long-term commitment. When I talk about getting a high-value man, I even try to turn it to getting a high-value husband because that people are equating to. Then the second one, this one's gonna hurt. No children. 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% of them in the middle class. We've been told that, all these other things, but if a man doesn't have children, he doesn't want to necessarily raise another man's children. I say, ladies, understand, women tell men what you think they deserve by your looks and your weight. So what are you telling men what you think they deserve? So looks, the lack of children, and then here's the other thing. We talk about femininity, beauty, inspiration, all that. Really, it's cooperation. I just want you to be cooperative. Can you work with me? Work with me. And that's what more than anything else. Now, I say women are great if they're feminine, beautiful, and inspirational. I have a higher standard because I feel like that if you want the best, you should be the best. You should not want a man who is a master of the universe and he's just getting he has to work to become that. Are you an appropriate reward or appropriate prize for that catch? Let me see if I can shorten it down. Ladies, are you going into your relationships with men in good faith? And are you in it for the long haul? Or is it, I'm here, but as soon as this happens or that happens, I'm out. If you're going, we have too many people who are not entering into it with good faith because for whatever reason. That's why I recommend therapy so much. One of the things I recommend is
that's the issue. We can't keep sitting here acting like as men and guilty of this behavior, as well as seeing friends, family members, co-workers, neighbors, so on and so fucking forth, behave in ways that you know good and goddamn well, if somebody told on this person, they would get into some shit. They would be labeled as something to behave this way. They could spaz the fuck out. They can go nuts. Nobody calls the police on them. Nobody gets them in trouble. Nobody wants to make a situation worse. We understand that with women, but with men, it's what you got in your back pocket when you can't control a nigga. The police is what I get, nigga. I get the police on you. You'll get them fucking slave catchers on me, and you done wild ass shit. Make you check your watch, your pocket watch even. A clock on the wall, non-digital. Take them about 15 minutes to get here, don't it? What I can do in 15, and the type of escape I could possibly be on by time. You feel me? Like, that's treason. Counseling needs to be more than just counseling. It needs to be mandatory psychiatric evaluations and having different professionals, mental health professionals, come in and try to trigger you so we can see what the fuck really going on. You just talking to us like this because we talking to you like that. Y'all ain't seeing this bitch in real time. When she get upset and you can't control her, and you telling her to be quiet, and you asking her to be quiet. You're damn near begging her to be quiet, and she keep running her mouth, making the shit bad, not giving a fuck who listening, not giving a fuck how it's affecting nobody else. And you sitting here like, man, this bitch ain't this, man, I'm about to, you can't do none of that. Because she'll tell that he got physical with me because I wasn't listening. Nobody gonna stand up. And anybody who be like, what the fuck? Listen, why would he? Bitch, you're putting us in harm's way. You're making a situation worse. You're bringing drama to some shit. You being loud in a public setting. You being, bro, nobody got time for this. It's children right here. It's elders right here. What are you doing? It's a way to conduct yourself. You feel a way, my nigga, but the way you going about it is very volatile. And it could put us in a bad situation. So I'm telling you to chill, and you not listening. You bucking. You talking more shit. You being disrespectful toward me when I'm trying to diffuse a situation. Because you don't have any problem solving skills. Because you don't know how to delegate your emotions properly. You figure, I don't care where I'm at, what I'm doing, what could come from it. Wrong people looking, wrong people say the wrong thing, your ass can be in some shit, and all the rest of us. A bitch will forget they smoke weed and drink and pop pills and do everything else that's, you know, considered wrong when they get crazy. You like, bitch, you have something to lose, right? Or no? Mandatory evaluation. I need a 72-hour hold, 1013 on all women scheduled from this date forward. It's like a jury duty. You can't get out of it. It's mandatory. Just like you hoes vote every year. As soon as you register to vote, that should be in the qualifications, nigga. You register to vote, you want to have a say-so, you got to go through a very strict mental evaluation. You got to be tested. You got to be proven that you're not a psychopath, crazy. If you are, you're going to get a check. You're going to get monitored. You're going to have a good citizen to watch your ass. You get out of line, hey, you won't be getting out of line for long. You're going to get right back in single fucking file with the team we done got together. Of the finest who love to keep order. You ain't at no jail. You walking around the grocery store. You get out of line. They'll just be there to get back on track. Nobody's finna call. I'm getting rid of the police. I don't need police.
Therapy is because we come from a
You
culture
control yourself.
that's been
nigga.
fractured and never had a chance to heal. But the world doesn't know us understanding. You didn't have your daddy, I didn't have my daddy, whatever. Okay, so what? You're a grown person. You know you got issues. Go get some therapy, because at the end of the day, you're trying to get somebody to work with you, and you need to know, at least have that clean bill of mental health. And it's, don't wait until a crisis. And even if you think you're okay, just go get a tune-up. Just go see. And I think that would do us more benefit. And then
What's
the
wrong
other
with
side,
that, guys?
for ladies.
What's wrong with
So
that?
many men will say, ladies, your only interaction with men tends to be in a short-term hookup kind of thing. You got to become far more curious about men. You don't even understand who men are, what men want. What you think they want is just in the bedroom, and there's far more to it. Because there are men who are willing to accept a lot different things from a woman. At the end of the day, between any man and any woman, there's always going to be a unique relationship. But they both got to feel like they're getting something out of it to want to stay in it for the long term.
No, I really love that point. And similar to what we talked about with the men, and my friend Stefan, he does a really good job of really breaking
The Bossy Day?
Huh? Yeah.
Mhm.
He does a really great job, because I think sometimes with the women, you have to use a male example for a woman to get the woman example, right? So if there's a guy who's broke at his mom's house,
Mhm.
and he's like, where are the good women at?
Mhm.
Most women will be clear as day and be like, well,
Right.
get a job, get off your feet, get your own plate, and then try now.
Right.
So to me, it's uncomfortable. We have to be honest. The financial stability equivalent to most men, to me, would be the weight.
Mm-hmm.
That weight. For a lot of women, if they would get, and I think my number one message is about your best
Yes.
weight. It's not about being a size 0, not being a runway model. Is what's the healthiest, best weight for you? Because even if you really watch your content, you tell some women that, look, you're working out, so you can hold 160 a little bit better. So sometimes it's not even about the numbers, it's about you being in your best shape.
Right.
And so I feel as though what needs to happen is that both men and women have to be honest about what the other party's asking from us, and not so much get mad at people for telling us the truth.
And here's the thing. We should have declared a national emergency in the Black community on 2 decades ago. Until we really start being honest about it, because it is having detrimental effects